Brayden Robinson set to announce his commitment decision a bit later today, apparently between Notre Dame, Miami, a couple other schools. We're not going to really speculate on the recruitment. Very interesting evaluation, and I'm sure you can take one look at his measurements and tell me why it's interesting. 5'8", he's going to be very undersized, one of the smallest receiver prospects we'll watch throughout the whole cycle. So for his evaluation, we just have to be convinced of the athletic stuff. He's given up so much physically. We have to be convinced of the explosiveness, the long speed, the change of direction. We really can't not feel great about any of those and then still convince ourselves that we feel good about him as a prospect. Already watching the highlight tape, I feel good about the athletic stuff. You guys got to let me know. But Red Oak, Texas, we'll get the actual football stuff going here. 10.45 100-meter time, very good time. So we're going to be talking about a kid with like 95 percentile. Not exactly sure what I would say a 10.45 would translate into a 40-yard dash time, but certainly sub 4.4. So we're probably going to be talking about a 4.2, 4.3 kid. Definitely see that show up. With these type players, very undersized but very twitchy, immediately we're thinking gadget type player. And with how fast this kid is, I think we start factoring in he's got to work on the receiver stuff. Not even necessarily that he doesn't do a good job of it at high school, but like I said before, he's given up so much physically that the route running has to be great for him to be a good college football receiver. I have no doubts that he's going to be a very, very productive weapon. But we want to talk about these kids. We want to project them developing into like every down football players. And I keep saying 5'8", he's behind the 8 ball a little bit, but you can just see how sudden he is, how explosive he is. The change of direction is really good too. You can't really not feel good about any of the athletic stuff. I think he's a really well-rounded receiver also, but I think day one, first second he walks onto campus, you're getting a really good gadget player, and then the development's going to be more about, we're not going to really worry about him developing athletically. He already has everything we need there. It's just going to be, we're not going to count on a growth spurt, but definitely going to have to put on weight, develop muscle, all that. Just not even for a football scenario, not even for him being a better football player necessarily, but for him just to stay on the field and not get hurt. We need to feel good about the frame and all that, him putting weight on. I'll let the tape run a little bit, but you guys let me know what you think. These kids come around every cycle, and they're very fun. The highlight tapes are a lot of fun, and a lot of fun to recruit these kids or have them on the roster. As an offensive coordinator, your mouth's just salivate and think like watching this. I think like thinking about all the end around stuffs, all that. But then when you start talking about a long-term football career for this kid, you can't really just have a career on 3 plays a game, right? If we're going to be talking about NFL down the line, it's going to be more about the nuance route running, all that. And I think he does a good job of it in high school. We don't see too much route running. Not necessarily that he can't do it, just a product of the highlight tape. I think you see a lot of these jet sweep stuff. Absolutely elite in that. See, he's got the athletic traits. I think I about said my piece. You guys let me know what you think. We'll let it run a little bit more because it's a very fun highlight tape. Yeah, at first I saw like 10.9 for his junior year was his 100-meter time, but I think he was hurt or something. I don't really have the context on that number, but sophomore year he did run a 10.45, 10.44 wind aided, but yeah, this is kind of the change of direction play here, the suddenness, the stop start, I guess. I mean, this corner looks like he's like 6'3" lined up against our guy here, but in reality, the corner's probably 6 foot. But he's still giving up a whole lot of length to the corner, like he's gonna do throughout his career at 5'8". Really sudden, really broke off that route aggressively. Thought that looked pretty good. This is this Cooper Cup route. I think we called it a whip in high school when I played all those years ago. Corner didn't have a chance. I mean, he ran maybe 2 seconds. This route was, and he was open. at a second and a half almost. So I feel good about that stuff. I feel good about the route running stuff, but so y'all feel free to reach out. Let me know your opinions on Brayden Robinson. Really fun prospect, I think, to watch, and then I think he'll be a big part of whatever team he ends up on. But you guys let me know how he fits your offense and how you kind of see him being used going forward. Thanks for watching.